Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter weekend. It was so warm here in Denver, and my neighbor had such a lovely get-together in her backyard, which is just like a little oasis back there. So it was really wonderful just to be outside, enjoying the weather, celebrating Easter. I went to service on Saturday with my girlfriends, and that was also wonderful. So I hope you all had a beautiful Easter weekend, and continuing with our spring renewal theme for the month of April. You know, for me, spring renewal just actually means to me the renewal of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And it's just a great chance to like reboot, you know. And I do a lot of journaling, but one thing that I'm gonna add to my journaling is, you know, something every day that just makes me happy. So, you know, it's nice to focus on things that make us happy, right? And then I also really encourage meditation, not only to enhance that brain-body connection, but just to get still, you know, and just unclutter the mind. And it does just bring us a lot of calm, and to practice that mindfulness, to get really in touch with our inner strength and our inner purpose. And renewal of the body, well, you know, for me, it's maybe I'm going to challenge myself in a different way, you know, this month. Hi, Pat. How are you doing today? You know, I like to get outside more now that it's nice. I love to get that dose of vitamin D and just get some fresh air and be outdoors and with nature. Nothing renews my mind, body, and spirit more than being with nature. It's just like a reconnecting of the soul, and it's really important, especially in these times that it's been so stressful, and you know, there's just been so many uncertainties, so many unknowns. So I'm just wondering what spring renewal means to you, and if you want to add to what I've already touched on. Again, it's like, you know, kind of resetting your sleep schedule, staying hydrated, getting, you know, plenty of that natural sunlight, that vitamin D, and getting outdoors, get moving, get active. So today is my lower body workout. So I'm going to start with some really good warm-up drills because I really want to make sure those feet, ankles, knees. Hi, Lori. How are you doing today? And your hips and all that is warmed up properly. But I do want you to start with the red activator ball facing you. So you want to turn the board around because we're going to do some good foot and ankle warm-up drills before we launch in. I know. Well, you know what? It's okay. You can make it up, Pat, whenever you want to. That's the beauty of our classes. You know, sorry I had to come in a little late today, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're with me, and let's just get started, okay? I'm going to turn on some music. Always have your chair nearby because, you know, if you need to take a break, I want you to always feel free to do that. So again, make sure that red activator ball is facing you because we're going to start here. And what I want you to do is first place that right foot, the ball of that foot, and you're just going to start doing those easy rotations. You're going to be maintaining that center with the board. You keep that standing leg nice and bent. I do want you to relax your shoulders, relax your abdominals. Here comes Barney. I was wondering when he was gonna show up. I want you to get a full rotation, so you're really thinking about pressing into the inside of that foot and then to the outside of that foot. So make sure the entirety of the ball of your foot is pressing into that ball. So you might have to adjust it a little bit. So I would love to hear how you spent your weekend. Were you with family and friends? I hope so. I had some nice, what did I have? Ooh, something I never eat, but I indulged. I had some ham. Yes, I did. And I had some yummy roasted potatoes. And what else did I have? Some good salad, and I think I had some cake. It was a peep cake. Does anybody actually like those peeps? I mean, they're really kind of, I can't think they're kind of disgusting, but they were cute on the cake. Okay, now relax and set that foot down, and we're gonna switch. Press into the ball, get that board center, and start those rotations. So look, when I'm coming up, I'm coming all the way up onto the ball of that foot. And I am just thinking about every inch of my foot and my ankle through this full rotation. And you're not holding your breath, okay? Just breathing normally. Relaxing those shoulders, relaxing those hands on the pole. Everything's starting to bloom a little bit here, so allergy season, you want to pay attention to those allergens. And you know, I like to use the neti pot. It really helps, as well as like nasal sprays, that also helps. But if you have a lot of trouble, you know, maybe you don't want to go outdoors so much as to irritate. And then for the indoor, make sure spring cleaning. You just dust the heck out of your house and vacuum. And I'm actually got my appointment scheduled with Zero Res to get my carpets cleaned. I love to do that every spring. It's just important to get rid of all those allergens, right? Okay, one more here and relax. And then I just want you to kick it out a little bit. Just release that leg. Just a couple more here. Good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to step up to that red ball. We're going to press forward, and then we're going to lift that back leg. So step down, push the heel down into the floor. Press forward, come up on the ball of that back foot, and lift that knee. Try to find the center. Step down, again, find that center. Okay, so we're starting to work that inner focus. Press forward, and then bring that knee up. I'm a little wobbly. And step down, press the heel down. Again, press forward, lift, find the center, engage your core, and then step down and press the heel down. Sorry, Barney. Okay, press forward, lift, find the center. Boy, I'm really struggling this morning, aren't I? And step down and press the heel down. Okay, we're going to switch. So first, always stabilize. Press that ball of the foot into the red activator. Press forward. Lift the knee. Find the center. Engage that core. Breathe. Step down. Press the heel down. Step down. Again. Step up. press forward, lift, and find that center. Are you having a hard time this morning like me? Step down, push the heel down. I did just have an injection with, it's a nerve block, so it could be causing some of this because I just literally got the injection. Press forward, lift that knee. So this is good. This is kind of interesting. Press the heel down. It's just a whole nother challenge, right? But I'm gonna really ease in, press forward, lift, engage that core. Step down and down. Now we're gonna do that one more time. Step on, press forward, lift that knee. Okay, I'm gonna get this, darn it. Step down and down. Okay, feet just a little wider apart and just go into your hamstring curls to release and start warming up those hamstrings. How are you feeling today? You feeling good? You feeling energized? I see somebody's popped in. Thanks for joining me this morning. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now just sidestep it. Bring it a little lower. Keep those knees really soft. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now bring it back to the center and just first start going into that heel placement, stepping in place, press, press. How's the volume? Is it good? Now press both heels down, walk all the way to the back of the board. And let's warm up our calf muscles. Come all the way up, drop the heels. Come all the way up, drop the heels. Lift. Now you're going to exhale as you lift. Did you get a chance to get outdoors this weekend? Boy, everybody was out. The park was just like a festival. It felt so nice. Come all the way up on the balls of those feet. Exhale up for 4, 3, and 2. Last one, let's hold it up there. Hold. And if you're feeling stable and you want to take one hand off, that's great. If you're feeling confident, you want to try to take the other hand off. Engage that core, pick that focal point, breathe. And then set one hand down, the other hand down. Drop the heels, and again, let's just release that leg. Just kick it out. Nice and easy. Easing you in today, because when the focus is all just on the lower body, I like to take extra care to warm you up properly and thoroughly, okay? Kick it. And just a couple more here. Good. Now you're going to come to the side of the board. I'm going to just move it a little bit so you can see me. And first, stabilize. Standing leg is bent. Bring that other leg in front, and you're just going to lift and lower. So it's a straight leg raise, strong leg, Exhale up. So we're really, really working those quadriceps. We're strengthening those quadriceps, which in turn really helps support the knee. So that standing leg is bent. You're thinking about pushing that foot into the floor. You're relaxing those shoulders down. And just to lift it as high as you can while keeping a straight, neutral spine. For 4, lift, press. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, we're going to stay on the ball of that back foot, and we're just going to go into our leg curls. So exhale as that foot comes up. Kick your butt. Drop those shoulders. So all the focus is in your hamstrings. Exhale up. Control it. So if you want, try not to even let that foot touch the floor. Try to keep the resistance throughout the whole range of motion. So really warming up those hamstrings for 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, let's hold it up. Now with a bent leg, just press back. Press back. So you're going to feel this a little bit more in your glutes. Exhale as you press back. So I'm going to go to the side so you can see. It's just a bent leg press. Keep those hips facing forward. Engage your abdominals, really warming up those glutes for 4, and 3, and 2, and last one, hold, and release it down. And then we're going to switch right away to the other side. Get a quick drink of water if you need one. I'm pretty dry. So stabilize that board. Standing leg is bent. Bring that other leg straight in front. Lift and lower. Keep that going. See who's here. Hi, Betsy. Volume is good. Hi, Daresha. Hi, Alan. How y'all doing today? Lift. Strong leg lift. Drop those shoulders. Chest up. Really building strength and endurance in those quadriceps. I love this exercise because if you've got any kind of knee stiffness or knee pain, this is a drill that's really important. This is all about providing joint stability, right? 2 more times. Whew. And then step all the way back. And again, come all the way up on the ball of the back foot. Press that heel down. So we're just doing that one leg calf raise. The body is slightly pitched forward, but you're still keeping that chest lifted. And I want you to really think about pressing that heel into the floor. Come all the way up, press back. Let's get 4 more. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Now, staying in this position, go into your leg curls. You can grab a little lower on that pole if that feels better. I always like to keep my shoulders depressed down and slightly retracted back. So you're constantly thinking about that posture and never holding your breath. Flex that foot, barely tap the floor. Just visualize those hamstrings contracting. Exhale up. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it up here. Now do those bent leg press backs. I'll go to the side again so you can see. I'll hold here. Because this is all about the glutes. Really isolating your glutes here. Pick that focal point. Also really working that standing leg. Push out. Pull your abs in even tighter. Protect that low back. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold back. Release. How did you do? Just lift the knees. Work it out a little bit. You can bring your arms out to the side if you like. Just warming up those hip flexors. Get that blood circulating into those muscles and joints. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to turn the board around. Get a quick drink of water. And we're going to start sideways on the board. So we're going to go to the middle of the board, drop the board, come up to that middle red line, step up, then forward and back. So you're pushing into the toes and into the heels. Nice and tall. And then we're going to go into our calf raise and our toe raise. Lift, lift. Just a little more attention today on the feet and the ankles and your calf muscles. I mean, you know, that's our base, right? So we have to have a strong and stable base. Lift and lift. Part of my renewal routine in the morning is first my probiotic, and then I do my neti pot like every morning. It's, you know, where the bacteria starts, right? So it's just a great way to just kill all that bacteria, start the day off right. And then I like to have some lemon water, but like in room temperature, like purified water, and I squeeze some lemons in there to create like a nice alkaline base. It's kind of nice to start your morning like that rather than putting coffee, like acid, in your stomach right away. You might want to give that a try for our spring renewal month and see how you feel. Okay, we're just going to do 2 more. Feeling it. And then we are going to hold that calf raise. And now we are going to try to find that center. While in your calf raise, I'm focusing, pulling my abdominals in just a little tighter, breathing, working that brain-body connection. We're going to hold just for a few seconds longer if you can. And then drop those heels. And now step forward with the right and back with the left and just go forward and back. Have you noticed you're able to hold your center balance for longer. You feeling more confident. So we're pushing into the toes of that front foot, into the heels of that back foot. Chest up. And again, when you're ready, we're going to find that center. So engage your core, drop your shoulders. You might have to make a few little tweaks like I am. But think about those pressure points in the feet to try to distribute the weight evenly. That's really the challenge here. Okay, I'm really having a hard time. I got it. Then forward and back. How did you do with that? Now we're just going to lift the knees just to give ourselves a wee break. Leg curl, knee lift, leg curl, knee lift. Take your time with this. Make sure you're completely placing that foot. For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Now bring both feet together, and we're going to go into that dynamic one leg balance. So you're just going to bring that left knee up. You're going to pitch forward and then bring the knee up. So you are picking that focal point. Keep the standing leg bent, abs engaged, and only if you feel stable and confident do I want you to remove this hand. The good news is it's there if you need it. But what my focus is now is on those pressure points in the feet. And my core is super engaged. Breathing throughout this range of motion, really working that standing leg. For 4, you can go as slow as you need to. Focus. And last one here, and then keep that knee up and just extend. Extend. Drop those shoulders, chest up. Exhale as you extend that leg. For 8, 7, squeeze into those quadriceps at the top. 4, 3, 2, last one, let's hold it at the top. Release, step down, step side, step down. Now bring it center. Before we switch, find that center. Open your feet, leg curls, and release. Release. Is your body waking up? Go a little faster if you like. Keep those knees soft. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side step here. And then let's come center and step it out. Okay, get a quick drink of water if you need to. I do. I'm just super dry this morning. I think it might be from the steroid and the injection. Okay. Okay, so first, drop the board. Step up to that center line, and then step up. Forward and back. Push into the toes, into the heels. Really work those feet. How are you doing? I'm really happy that you're all here with me today. Hope you've got a good week planned ahead. Lots of good classes coming up with Dan and Kathy, as always. Now we're going to hold that center, but first we're going to go into our toe raises and our heel raises. Lift, lift. Really working those calf muscles and your shins. Boy, I really have a limited range of motion with those toe lifts. How about you? It's something I have to really work on. It's kind of a natural motion. It's not something we do every day. Okay, now we are going to hold that calf raise and try our best to find the center. Are you with me? Are you center? Okay, that's it for me. Step forward with the left, step back with the right onto that right line. Both toes are pointing straight ahead. Knees are bent. So again, the focus is on the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot. We are really trying our best to relax our upper bodies, okay? I know a lot of times when we concentrate, especially when we're doing these kind of drills and exercises, we tend to want to tense up everything, and that's not a good idea. So always reminding yourself to just relax those shoulders. You're not tightening this grip too much. You're just thinking about that foot placement. And now we are again going to try to find that center. So I'm going to bend my leg just a little bit more. I'm pulling my abdominals in even tighter. How are you doing? Thumbs up. Yay. I did it. Okay, now let's just lift the knee and leg curl. Lift the knee, leg curl. Release those legs. They just did a lot of work. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now drop the board forward. Step both feet together. We're going to go back into that dynamic one leg balance. So that standing leg is very bent. Bring that other knee up. Hinge from the waist with a bent leg. Keep your abs pulled in tight and don't hold your breath. It's always better if you just pick a focal point. And again, thinking about those pressure points in your foot. I also like to think about tightening my glutes at the top for a little added bonus. And then if you're feeling confident, you're feeling pretty stable, You can try to take the hand off. I'm going to give it a go, even though this side is not as stable as I would like it to be. I'm just going to challenge myself a little bit here. Are you with me? I got 2 more. Last one here. Okay, not too bad. Bring the knee up, chest up, extend, exhale. Squeeze into those quadriceps at the top. Use your breath. Exhale up for 4, 3, and 2. Last one, hold it. Release, step down, step to the side, step down, bring it center, feet wide, again, release. Doing good? Have you gotten outside and done any gardening yet? Pulling weeds? I think I'm going to have to get out there and pull some weeds so my tulips can spring up. Let's get 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now side step it here. And then we're going to bring it center, and we're going to do that shift and lift for our outer thigh. So first just step it out. You can use the poles if you want. First stabilize, bend the knees. Lift, step down, lift, step down. So again, we are leading with the heel of that foot. So the foot stays parallel to the floor. If you want to try to take your hands off, but you don't have to. And it doesn't matter how high that leg comes up. I don't care if it just comes to here. I just want you to keep that foot parallel to the floor so you don't engage the inner thigh. We're focusing now on your abductor, that outer thigh. You know, and strengthening your abductors in your outer thigh is also great because it supports your low back. For 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, and 1. Good. And just march it out. You can get the knee up higher if you like. But use those arms to power the march. And if you are marching, you're coming down very soft. Remember, you're not pounding into the floor. You're lifting your body weight away from that floor. And use your breath. Keep it going. Just a little bit of a low impact cardio break here. Pull your abs in. Let's get some pep in your step. And now we're just gonna step it out. Okay, I want you to get another quick drink of water because we're gonna come back on the board for our squat series. This is usually the most challenging part of the workout. So again, if you need to take a break, you can just have a seat on the chair and just march your legs out or keep your arms moving. Just try your best to stay active. Even if you don't want to sit down, you could just rock side to side on the board, work on finding your center if you don't want to do the squats. You have my permission. It's completely okay. Okay, drop that board. Step behind the 2 and the 2. Drop those shoulders, bend those knees, rock side to side. Just get really stable. Think about pressing into that outer portion of your foot. And then when you're ready, let's find that center. So I like to think about also tightening my glutes as I drop the shoulders, pull the abdominals in. When you have found your center, if you want to push those hips back, you can either just do a partial squat like this, or you can go all the way down into your squat, but never dropping below your knees. I'm going to stay here just because my back's feeling a little bit stiff this morning. So as I'm always preaching to you to listen to your body, I have to practice what I preach, right? So that's what, you just have to listen in, and however you're feeling that day, you're going to adapt accordingly. Sometimes you might just want to focus on the very basics. That's okay. You might want to just focus on some stretches. That's okay too. It's just being consistent and checking in with your body and never forcing yourself, especially if you feel any pain or stiffness. Okay, now we are going to hold this one down. Holding. Keep the chest up. If you feel stable and you want to try to take one hand off, you don't have to. This is the challenge. Both hands off. Breathing, breathing. Quadriceps are working. Stabilizers are working. Think about those pressure points in your feet. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slowly bringing it up, up, up. Tighten your glutes. Then step and tap, step and tap. Release, release. You know what's great for me, because I see myself, is once in a while I catch myself like with my shoulders up here. And so not only am I cueing you, but I'm reminding myself at the same time, just so you know. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to go back into that shift and lift. It's really important. So you might want to look down first to make sure you have that proper placement. Place, lift, place, lift. Keeping that foot parallel to the floor, focusing on the abductors. Use your breath. So you exhale as you lift that leg. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now step behind the 1 and the 1 and just press the hips side to side. I have a lot of friends that went skiing over the weekend. I bet you that was really nice. Some spring skiing. I remember back in the day when I used to do spring skiing. So beautiful, isn't it? It's just majestic, and there's nothing like it. It's so exhilarating. Okay, now let's find that center. Tuck your pelvis under, drop those shoulders. Think about those pressure points in your feet. Hold here and breathe. And then when you're feeling good, again, if you want to push those hips back, and then go into your partial squat or your full squat. Again, I am sticking with the partial squat today. You know, believe it or not, people are afraid of doing like partial squats if they have knee limitations or low back limitations. But in actuality, the best thing you can be doing for your knees and your back is to strengthen those quadriceps, because it will then in turn support your knee and your low back. It's just listening in. You know, if you feel pain, then of course you have to stop. But once we do all the great warm-up drills first to prepare your body, then we work into our balance and agility, and then we work into some strengthening exercises, and we follow with that cool down and flexibility, stretching and healing portion. So all of it is equally as important for those muscles, for those bones, for the brain-body connection, for the tendons and ligaments. It's just an overall really beneficial workout with this board. Okay, now we are going to hold it at the bottom. Engage your core, drop those shoulders, breathe. Breathe. Are you feeling confident? I'm not feeling confident enough to take my hands off, but if you are and you want to give it a go, please do. Now, I am feeling this a lot in my quadriceps, but I'm also really feeling this in my glutes, because that's when you're sitting back far enough. Your hips are pushed back. And then when you're ready to come up, just tighten the glutes at the top. Then I want you to step wide behind 3 and 3 and rock side to side. Press to the outer portion of that foot, and now just do a nice little tap to release, release. So all we've really got left to strengthen is our inner thighs, because you know me, I like to be thorough with my lower body. It's not just about working one muscle group. You have to, evenly work every muscle group so you're nice and balanced and you have that strong foundation to prevent those falls. That's what this is all about. Okay, now when you're ready, rock side to side, turn the toes slightly out at a 45-degree angle. So we're going to start engaging those inner thighs. You're staying nice and tall, and when you're ready, boom, let's find that center. Did I just do a boom? Working off that ham. I never eat pork, but you know what? On Easter Sunday, had to do it. Honey glazed ham. So yummy. How are you doing? If you're feeling really good and you want to turn those toes out even more, flattening out those inner thighs, and you want to come down. But if you do come down, it's a vertical drop. Look, I'm not hinging from my waist whatsoever. You're keeping a very tall spine, chest is lifted, and you're just trying your best to find that center. I'm going to work my focus now, my brain-body connection. I'm going to use my breath. I'm going to think about my pressure points in my feet. My inner thighs are screaming right now. They're screaming at me. Whew. Not taking my hands off for this one either. Oh, bring it up. Squeeze the tush. Toes pointing straight ahead. How did you do with that? For some reason, I felt that more than usual today. How about you? What are your strengths? What are you still struggling with? Do you have a good success plan for the month of April? Have you set your short-term goals? That's another great thing for spring renewal. Revisit your short-term and your long-term goals. Maybe your short-term goals is just, I'm going to drink 8 glasses of water every day, or I'm going to add in 15 minutes extra of stretching, or I'm going to make sure I do 45 minutes to an hour of walking 3 times a week minimum. You know, whatever it is, maybe that's something you want to take a look at so you can be accountable and you can continue to make progress. Just up the challenge a little bit and make appointments with yourself, just like you do with your doctors and your dentist. I like to do that on Sunday, you know, map out my week. Okay, we're just going to do a couple more of these. We have a good release here. And then we're going to drop that board. We're going to step down and step down. And now what we're going to do is open those feet wide again, soft knees. And we're just going to start cooling it down. Keep that board center. Soft knees. Exhale up. For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Now you could take your hands off and just step side to side, but nice and easy. We're just starting to cool it down. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Then bring it back to the center and start stepping it out. And I do want you to release those arms, because even though I'm kind of preaching to you the whole class to relax the upper body, we still are going to hold some tension up there. So it's really good to do some nice release moves. I love this one especially. For me, I can just feel that blood surging into my upper back and my shoulders. 3 more times. And last one here. Good. Okay. Hands on the poles, feet wide apart, angle those toes out. And you're just going to press side, then come forward to center, press to the other side. Bring it center, press to the side. Now when you press, make sure, look down. Is your knee and toe in alignment? That's key. Press, look down, drop the board. Bring it center, drop the board, and press. Bring it center, drop the board, and press. And we're just going to keep that going for 4, nice and slow. 3, and 2, and 1. And then we're going to hold it over to the side. And I want you to just place your forearm on your thigh. Come down a little deeper. Reach that arm up and over. And just breathe into that side body. You can use the pole if you need to. And I do want you to bring that back foot more to 45-degree angle. Use that slow count breath in through the nose. Hold the breath. And as you exhale slowly through the mouth, if you want to come down a little deeper, you're listening to your body. And then you're slowly going to bring your body upright. So switch. This toe is at a 90-degree angle. This toe is kind of slightly inward. And you're pushing that back into the floor. And then you're just going to come into that side lunge. Place your hand or your forearm on that thigh and then bring your arm up and over. Think about pressing this hip forward, opening your chest. And again, we're focusing on that breath. Tightening your glutes. One more healing breath. And then very slowly bringing it back up. Toes straight ahead. Push your hips back. And you're going to come to a flat back position very gently. Look at that red activator ball. Breathe into your back and into your shoulders and arms. So you're really sending that breath all through your body, visualizing it with healing light coming in with that breath in. And then very slowly standing up, walking forward. And you're going to put your hands on your hips. Take an inhale. Retract the shoulders back. Just arch ever so slightly and then release. So we're going to take an inhale here. Exhale, retract the shoulders back, slightly arch, tighten those glutes. And release. And we're going to do that one more time. Retract the shoulders back, ever so slightly arching, releasing. And then just roll the shoulders. We're going to go into our hamstring stretch. Toe up, heel down, push those hips back. And just come down until you feel a nice stretch. Hold and breathe. Keep your chest up, abdominals in. And then very slowly standing up, releasing, and we're going to switch. So drop that board, heel down, toe up, push your hips back. Make sure that both toes are pointing straight ahead. Lift your chest. And just send that healing breath into your hamstrings. One more slow healing breath. And then slowly bringing it up and release. Okay, now come to one side of the board, step all the way back, push that heel into the floor, and stretch out your calf muscles. How did you do today? Feeling pretty good? I'm cheering you on all the way, you know. I really want you to succeed and just live the best quality of life that you can. And then bring it forward. And let's stretch out our quadriceps. So bring that knee up, grab the ankle. Make sure to tune into Dan's Brain Body class tomorrow. It's such a great informative class, especially if you're a newcomer. It's essential to do his Tuesday class. And then of course Wednesday, you know, Kathy's Amazing Wellness Wednesday class is brilliant. Thursday, Dan usually goes a little bit more intermediate with some advanced exercises. And then you've got me Friday for a full body, half board, half on the floor workout. So I hope to see you again on Friday. And then release. And then let's switch. Step back, press, breathe into those hamstrings, calf muscles. You know, I did a lot better than I thought I would. I was a little nervous getting that injection this morning because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. I know the last time I felt a little bit nauseous. I think from the numbing and then also from, like I said, the steroid that they put in with the nerve block. But I'm doing good. Outside of being a little wobbly in the beginning, you saw that, right? Okay, release. That was a challenge. Okay, breathe into your quadriceps. And then slowly release and just kick it out a little bit. And I'm going to come on over. See how you're doing? For our last few stretches. The first one I'm going to do with the chair before I sit down, just because as I told you, my back is a wee bit stiff. So I'm going to take you through another low back stretch. Just because, hey, who doesn't always need it? I need it. Pull those abdominals in. What I like to do is visualize, when that breath comes in, I visualize the breath traveling all the way up my spine, holding the breath for a beat, and then as I exhale, I just visualize everything just releasing, relaxing, letting go of all that tension and tightness. And then very slowly, we're walking it back up again. And again, we're just going to put our hands on our hips. Retract the shoulders back, ever so slightly arching, and then back to neutral spine. Again, retract, slightly arch, look up, release, back to neutral. One more time, retract, arch, look up, and release. Good work, you guys. How did you enjoy the workout today? I can't wait to hear from you. Betsy, you always make me feel so good about myself. You know, I mean, aren't we just always our worst self-critics? I mean, listen, that's one thing for spring renewal that I'm trying to let go of, right? Is that self-critical nature, you know? I mean, are you a perfectionist like me, maybe? I'm just so glad you joined me. Listen, I have to be honest, you know, I'm 60 years old and, you know, I can't work out the way that I used to. I mean, that's why I'm so passionate about being a member of the 60 Up team and why I created my own exercise programs for people like me that have certain limitations. They don't want to do high intensity workouts anymore. Our priorities have shifted, right? Because now it's about joint strength, joint stability, balance and agility, having a very strong core and just low impact workouts, right? I mean, that's what it's about for me. I know I'm feeling it in the legs too. It's a good thing though. And if you need to stretch a little bit more later, please do. And don't forget to add to the list of what spring renewal means to you, okay? I'd love for everybody's input because, you know, we're all here to encourage and support each other. I mean, yes, we're the instructors and we lead you through the workout, but yet we're all here together. We're in it together and we're kind of like each other's cheerleaders. And so whatever you feel like you want to contribute, please do. I'm anxious to hear from you. Hi, Mary. Peeps are so disgusting. I don't understand why, but some people like Peeps. How many of you like Peeps? Calf work has helped you. I'm glad to hear that because same, you know, I never used to really, excuse me, pay that much attention to my calves, you know, and as I've gotten older and I've got all these things going on with my feet, it's so important now to do the drills and the stretches to reinforce the ankles and the feet. And this board does that brilliantly. So you are in good hands. Peeps are those marshmallow, weird candies. I don't know. I don't even want to know what's in there. I don't even think I liked them as a kid. Yes, the you hate, yeah, Pat. The knee workout is essential. We have to keep those knees in check. And we are doing that with this lower body routine. So I'm glad that you're benefiting and that you're enjoying it. And I just wish you a beautiful day as always and look forward to seeing you on Friday. Okay? Bye, everybody.